Ejaz.
Thank you very much, sir. I welcome Justice Usmani, Justice Ejaz Ali Shah, who has joined us for the first time. Mr. Tarar has been here for a while, and the representative of Pakistan Bar Council. He's a very senior counsel. Welcome to you all. Qazi Saab, Attorney General Saab. Sir, I have carefully gone through the recommendations that you have made and the reasons that you have recorded for recommending some and not recommending others. I have also carefully examined the judgments of all the gentlemen and the work that they have done over the past many years since elevation, and the judgments which they have sent as their 10 best judgments. As far as the first recommendee, Mr. Kaisar Rashid, Mr. Justice Kaisar Rashid is concerned, I mean, he ticks all the boxes. According to my information, he has immaculate integrity. His competence is not questionable. His temperament, as many people as I could talk to, including the ones coming from KP, who are our colleagues in the Supreme Court, they all endorse the fact that he is a thorough gentleman and has exactly the temperament that a judge needs to have. Likewise, the number of his judgments show that he has done a fair amount of work, and he has done work on all sides. There are reported judgments of the criminal side, civil side, constitutional side, and I would call him an all-rounder, which essentially is a requirement that we need of the Supreme Court at this point in time. As far as, so I recommend him, and I entirely agree with the recommendation of the Honorable Chief Justice. This is in addition to the excellent administrative work that he has done in setting up courts in Waziristan and the Fatah area. Now, as far as Justice Hassan Raza Rizvi, Justice Shafi Siddiqui, and Justice Nematullah Phulpoto is concerned, I have read their judgments, and I would admit I have no first-hand knowledge of their personality or their temperament, but as much as I can gather from whatever information I have received, and I have discussed this information with my colleagues in the Supreme Court, as well as some of the judges of the High Court that I have had the opportunity of discussing, I find that all of the three judges that have been recommended, again, tick all boxes that we need to tick, which is integrity, competence, temperament, and capacity. Now, as far as Justice Nematullah Phulpoto is concerned, I can understand the preference of the Honorable Chief Justice for him, for the reason that the Chief Justice also has to see as to what is the requirement, the current requirement of the Supreme Court. We have thousands of hardcore criminal cases, murder appeals, and the rest. And right now we have only one judge who is a specialist and has not only practiced in that area, but also has rendered remarkable judgments in the high courts. And I presently sit with him in the Supreme Court on a bench, and I find that he is fully in tune with what the law is, has been, and should be. But incidentally, we just have one judge on that score, and we desperately need not only a judge who is a workhorse, but who is also a specialist in this area. and Justice Nematullah Pulpoto, according to my information and the information that I have received from a number of High Court judges who have been on the bench with him, including Justice Sajjad Ali Shah, verify the fact that he is not only a prolific judgment writer, but has a very keen and a very good understanding of criminal law, and he could be a very good addition to the Supreme Court insofar as the requirement of a judge who specializes in criminal matters is concerned. So, understanding the concern of the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan, I fully endorse the view that we need a judge who specializes in criminal law in order to bolster our capacity to quickly deal with criminal matters of which there is a considerable backlog. Finally, Justice Shahid Waheed, I have been his Chief Justice, so has the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan, and so have some of the other judges who are from the Lahore High Court. And all of them are very clear about his capacity, his integrity, and his ability to write very good analytical judgments, and the quality of judgments, as Justice Sarmad Jalal Usmani has just said, is way above the first three gentlemen, who incidentally, the Honorable Chief Justice has been working on the civil side, but as has been noted, for a number of years he doesn't have any reported judgments, and whatever judgments have been reported deal with very routine matters. On the other hand, the gentlemen at number 2 and number 3 are again judges who have written routine judgments on the criminal and civil side, and do not, in my opinion, match up to the level of analysis and innovation in civil law that Justice Shahid Waheed is capable of doing. An additional advantage of elevating Justice Shahid Waheed is that, again, hardcore civil side expertise we do need in the Supreme Court at this point in time. And Justice Shahid Waheed has done a lot of work as a practicing lawyer, as a judge of the High Court, as well as when he sat in the division benches dealing with hardcore civil matters for which there is a requirement in the Supreme Court. Plus, in my humble opinion, Justice Shahid Waheed has the temperament and the capacity that we require in the Supreme Court with the sort of work we have. Just one final note that essentially the Chief Justice of Pakistan is the head of the team that he has to field in order to deal with all matters, civil, criminal, constitutional, which come to this court. And he has threadbare and very impartially looked at the various merits, demerits, strengths and weaknesses of all the judges, which is evident from the fact that he has made an extra effort not only to call for their 10 best judgments, but he has also made an effort to ask for judgments of other judges, junior and senior to this particular nominee, and has made an assessment with which I find myself in entire agreement. So I would wholeheartedly endorse all 5 recommendees that the Honorable Chief Justice has placed before this Commission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Sahab.